What's up, everybody on YouTube? Justin here, Side Hustle Pro. Did a weekly report, trying to get back into getting these once a week, so that it helps keep me accountable, and hopefully it will help other people sort of know what to look for, just get an idea of what's going on in the life of this reseller. I'm not a big reseller by any means, but I do tend to amp it up this time of year. So I teach high school, right? And I run a lawn care business, and that's pretty hectic, because you can imagine in the spring when I'm still in school and it's busy time in the lawn care business, and then I work all summer, and then fall comes, lawn care slows down, but I'm in school full time, so I got to pick it up on the weekends, a couple days after school, something like that. But after like right now, right, it's October, and so things are starting to slow down with the mowing. I'm having to skip a lot because it's drying out and whatnot. Things are dying off. So that's when I really start to pick up my my eBay sales. All right, so I start to put more into it. So I got a lot of stuff here that I need to have listed. A lot of clothing that I need to have listed. I think I have like almost, I want to say, like, I counted the other day. I think it was something like 50 things that I have to have listed. Just clothing items that I need to get listed. And so it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but you figure if I try to do like 25, 30 a week, it's a couple weeks worth of listing. Unless I bust it all out and really get busy, which I may do. Some of them are pain in the butt things to list, like suits and blazers and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I've got a sales report here for the week of 10/1 to 10/7. Now, I was pretty excited about this one. What happened was last week was the first week I started this like new goal of mine. Because remember, last year, at the beginning of this year, right? And you can go back and check out some of the videos. My goal was to make $1,000 spendable income by spending $500 and listing at least 25 items a week, right? So I figured 100 items, make $10 profit on each item, that's $1,000. Okay, now that fluctuates, greatly. And do I like to make more than $10 on an item? Yeah, but I figure my basic, like Ralph Lauren classic long sleeve polo button down shirt, I'm making about anywhere between $9 and $12 on. So I'm thinking, if I had a lot of those, just in other little shirts like that I can make about $10. And $10 is like the lowest I like to go. $9, $10 is the lowest I like to go to profit margin wise. So I figured even if it was the lowest, that's what I'm shooting for. I'm not trying to bank on selling two $500 profit items a month or anything like that. So I met that goal a lot of months. I think January, I think it's like 1,900. I think it's like 1,700 in December or something like that. February was lower, and I don't remember off the top of my head, but I averaged anywhere between some months I almost doubled it, but around $1,000 I'd say average was what I ended up doing, give or take. And again, it depended on how much work that I actually put in, because if you're not listing, then you're not getting inventory in, and you're not going to sell. And I will say that I don't know if there's like an algorithm for this or not, but it's been around in the community. People always talk about, like, if you're actively listing, they're selling stuff. If they take a break, they're not selling stuff. Well, I made last week what I made the entire month of September, right? And I didn't list anything in September, but it was like I listed some stuff, and then the day after that, I sold some things. Two of the things were things that I listed that a couple days before, and then some more of the things were things I had listed for months, some blazers and stuff like that. So I don't know how eBay does that, but general rule of thumb, good practice when you're running a business that you have products to sell, is keep those products stocked, right? Keep listing and that kind of stuff. So even if there's not some sort of special like care that eBay gives people, the rule of thumb is to keep listing. I don't recommend setting a goal. Anyway, my new goal that I decided, because I wasn't doing anything, I want to eventually get back to the one that I mentioned previously. But I said, well, I'm not doing anything right now, so let's try to get an hour in a day, right? An hour a day for 5 days, make it 5 hours a week. And that's what I did. I got in 5 hours a week last week. and it actually turned out to be pretty similar. I mean, this isn't including the times that I went out sourcing. There's probably maybe like 2 or 3 hours that I didn't include here sourcing just because I didn't set the timer, just too tedious, right? This is like at home, set the timer for an hour, do the work, hour's over, I stop. 5 hours, and I got 20 items listed. You know, that's almost the 20. That's almost the 25. So I think it's going to be similar. But anyway, I listed 20 items, and I spent about 5 hours actively listing, cleaning, taking pictures, that kind of stuff. All right, so let's go over this. I do a little spreadsheet here. I do have Amazon. I do sell on Amazon and eBay on here, and so I just have a little spreadsheet here. Tells me what I made on Amazon, what I made on eBay, the expenses, any supplies or any subscriptions that I have, and that kind of stuff. And how I get that information is, one, I have a spreadsheet where I keep all of my, like, anything that I buy, right? I put the receipts into it, the subscription fees, all that kind of stuff. And then I go to Amazon and I print off, you can go to your, what even is this? You click on the number that tells you how much you have in your thing. And then you go to, the name has just escaped me. Anyway, like if you're on Amazon and you're looking at your home screen, there's like the little numbers here that tell you how much you have coming to you, like how much is in your account. You click on that, and then you click on date range report, and then summary, and then it'll give you this, how much you made, how much you spent out as far as fees. And then I go to eBay, day range report, I do sales for the day range that I want, and then selling expenses. And this includes shipping and all this kind of stuff. So it's pretty nice. And then I just put it into this little spreadsheet here. And this is just an overview spreadsheet that I have. I try to do this every week and then do one at the end of the month, just to sort of track my progress. It's not all inclusive, but it gives me a good idea of what I have going on. Okay, so let's just get to it. Now remember, this is just me starting this week, going back in and starting to get back into it, right? So some of this stuff was stuff that I just listed, some of it is stuff that I listed previous months or whatever. All right, eBay sales for 10/1 to 10/7, $317.16. eBay fees, $81.33. Amazon income, $86.92. Fees, $86.19. Okay, so total gross was $404.08. Total fees, $167.52. With the Amazon, I did just sign up for, I had stopped my Pro Merchant account, my A-Seller tool, my inventory lab. I had stopped other subscriptions during the summer because I wasn't using them. So I just re-kicked that in. So what is it, like 40 of that was from the subscription fee that was taken out. Okay. So total on eBay, $235.83. Total on Amazon, 73 cents. I did spend $133.42 in product from sourcing. And again, all those subs that I had done added in $79 to expenses. So my total expense was $379.94, giving me a net profit last week of $24.14. Now, let me explain to you why I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that, one, because a big portion of that was from the product expense, right? And the subscription fees. Okay, so just on eBay, without, here's the thing about product, all right? Product expenses are only, according to the IRS now, like when you do your taxes, inventory is only, let's go to liability. It's only an expense. It's only a cost of doing business. It's only an expense if you sell that item. If you buy $100 worth of shirts and you don't sell any of them, they consider you as you still have your value, so you can't mark that $100 off because you didn't sell the item, you still have that asset, right? So if that makes sense, like the $133.42 that I spent here is not actually an expense. It's like a transfer of assets or something, right? So I put it on here because I don't have the money right now and I didn't get it back, so I put it on here for my purposes. But if you take that off, right, then I would have made $235.83 last week, right? But I'm okay with that product expense because the weekly reports are important, but really it's the end of the month and ultimately the end of the year that's important, right? So because I can make $24 this week, I could not spend anything in product, and there's no more subscription fees coming out next week, and I could make 500, right? So it all balances out. Now, the spending that much on product and then letting it sit around and not listing it, that's sort of a bad idea. But so I do need to get it listed. Anyway, that's my report for last week, 10-1 to 10-7. So I think I sold 9 items. I think there were some higher dollar items on eBay anyway, and so that was nice. But yeah, so I did it. I got the video posted. And I plan on doing this every week, like I did at the beginning of the year and last year, to keep me accountable and just to keep you guys filled in. And if anybody's interested, there's a lot of people that give you huge numbers that I don't buy. I was thinking about it today. I've been reselling for almost 10 years online, right? I'm 32. I've been doing this since like my first-ish second year in college, right? So it's about 22. So about 10 years I've been doing this. And so, I mean, I know what I'm doing to some extent. I know I have a lot to learn, and there is a lot more to do. And I believe if you're not continuously learning and adapting, then you're not going to be earning any money, or your profits are going to go down because you're not keeping up with the time, so to speak. But just be careful when you're watching YouTubers or people in Facebook groups when they're telling you they do like insane amounts of money. Like, oh, I've been selling on Amazon for 2 months and I've got $13,000 already. I mean, maybe they do, but that's probably not the case all the time, right? So anyway, just do your own thing. Don't go into this thinking that it's going to be easy money, that you're going to get rich, because it does take work. There is a learning curve. You do have to be consistent, set goals, be diligent, right? Treat it like a job, and you'll get job-like pay. So anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, get back to you. I'm going to try to post some things that maybe I sell next week. I was going to this week, but it was a 3-day weekend. I was so busy, I didn't have time to show you what I sold over the weekend, because I had to box it up and get it out before I got that late ding on my account. So hopefully there'll be some more to come. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys on the next video.